necessarily selling anything, but what
How's everybody's weekend?
Good morning, Juan. Just talk to your friends and family that this is what you're doing as well.
Weekend was good, man.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of good activity out there over the weekends right now with this heat.
Oh, yeah. Especially on the water treatment stuff, the alkaline and all.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's coming together. Hopefully this week we can showcase something real cool. Get everybody's replicated sites and everything going. I'm still waiting for JC to hop on, but while we wait, everyone, you can start shouting out where you're zooming in from. It's going to be a great Monday training with Realtors training, I believe it is today, calling Realtors. So that's going to be really, really cool.
Ignacio, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, what's up, Ignacio?
¿Qué pasa, papá?
¿Cómo estamos? ¿Cómo está la familia?
Muy bien, muy bien.
All right.
Blood in, blood out.
There's
Ignacio, hey, Juan. This is Roberto from Rancho Cucamonga.
Roberto, good to have you, man.
Thank you. Hey, Ignacio.
Oh, no.
Amelia's in the house.
Hello, this is Barbara Tresnek from Arizona. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Barbara. Great to have you online.
This is Nancy D'Amico from Wisconsin. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning, champions. This is George Green in Atlanta, Georgia.
What's going on, George? Welcome.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a few more introductions. I see JC, are you on the line, sir?
Everybody says good morning. I'm going to say good afternoon. Gabby from Orlando, Florida.
That's right, Gabby.
Hey, good morning, everyone. My name is Tolu Alualu. I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Sabrina from Houston, Texas. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Great to have you.
Yes, sir. I am here.
JC, the man, the myth, the legend is in the house. How you doing, brother?
Incredible, my friend. How are you?
Pretty good. Got this meeting kicked off for you here, sir. We took a few introductions, so whenever you're ready.
Y'all better get them notepads ready.
Yes, indeed. That's good advice, Ignacio. Good advice.
I have mine's ready to go.
Awesome job, Nancy. Well, thank you very much, Juan, for taking introductions, and welcome everybody. You've got a couple of minutes right now to get a couple of text messages out, even a phone call or two out, to make sure that your team gets on. I'm going to mute everybody. 1 second. All righty, we've got everybody muted. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Hope you guys had an amazing day. A couple of announcements, okay? Before we get started, very important that we make a couple of announcements. First and foremost, you guys know that Mondays are training days. So I will be at the office right after this meeting thank you very much. I will be at the office right after this meeting for our sales meeting. So I'll be hosting the sales meeting today at the office. So those of you locals, here's the thing. If you are local and you are available in the mornings to attend the sales meeting, I highly, highly, highly suggest you do. The thing is this, and you guys know me, I'm a shoot from the hip type of guy. Success requires getting outside of the comfort zone. It's too easy these days to not be successful because we've got so many distractions and because life is so easy. People don't want to go into the office anymore. People want to do everything from home via Zoom and not even turn their camera on. It's like, listen, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. I am one of those, the least of the nicest trainers, the least of the nice trainers, meaning I'm not going to tickle your ear with things that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. So sometimes you've got people that are locals No, I'm going to join the sales meeting via Zoom. I don't understand your logic, and I'm telling you that's not what it takes to win. I'm just telling you, right? Some people are going to, a year's going to go by, 2 years, 5 years are going to go by, then they're going to realize, you know what? I should have been paying attention from the beginning. I'm going to do the things that I don't understand. Here's the thing. Sometimes in mentorship, ladies and gentlemen, and let's make sure that this is being recorded. Juan, is this being recorded? Make sure.
Recording in progress.
Perfect. Sometimes in mentorship, ladies and gentlemen, your mentor will tell you certain things that to you at the moment where you are right now with your personal development and with your training, at the moment, it does not make sense. What you need to do is you need to have the faith that guess what? Doesn't make sense to me, but I'm going to do it anyways. If my mentor is telling me that this is what I need to do, guess what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pay attention even if it doesn't make sense. Then as you start to grow in your business, as you start to grow an organization, as you start to make sales and your team produce sales, here's what happens. You start to see things from a perspective that you didn't see before. But most people, ladies and gentlemen, here's what they do. They get stuck on what their own understanding of leadership and their own understanding of growth. And they are stunting their growth. It's not about, oh, for example, be on every training every single time. A simple thing like that. People say, well, do I really got to be on every single trade every single time? Listen, the Sam Beans of the world, the Erayalas of the world, myself, Mr. Navarro, we went to those trainings for years, not via Zoom, in person. And we paid to get into the trainings. I remember driving from Downey, California to by the LAX, Los Angeles traffic. We had to be there by 7 o'clock. So it took at least an hour to get there. And we used to pay $7 to $11 to enter the training every single week, twice a week, training and opportunity presentation. So that's why when I see sometimes people that are not getting the results that they want, I'm like, I'm going to tell you the truth. Here's why. You're soft and you lack discipline. If you want to win, here's the thing. If we could have the things that we wanted to have, being the person that we currently are, we would already have them. I'm going to repeat it. If you could have the things that you wanted to have, the success that you desired to have, if you could have that success being the person you are today, you would have already had it. What does that mean? That means that you cannot achieve that level of success being the person that you are. You've got to grow. And some things are not going to make sense. For example, what do they mean by if I don't got a guest, I should attend the presentation anyways? I don't have a guest. That's low-level frequency. That is no leadership. If you have a guest, okay, you need the meeting and your guests need the meeting. If you don't have a guest, the meeting needs you because it's not a me thing, it's a we thing, okay? It's about Dale has a guest, I don't, but I'm going to show up because let's say there's 20 guests, 30 guests, but there's 70, 80, 100 people. You know what they see? Whoa, something's going on here. They have no idea that is 2 reps to 1 guest, let's say, for example. They have no idea. What do they see? They see excitement. They see people. They see people chiming in. Hey, this is Ignacio from Milwaukee. Hey, this is JC from Los Angeles. Next time you've got a guest, I guarantee you will appreciate people showing up. People having the philosophy, it's not a me thing, it's a we thing. We work together and we grow together, right? So I would encourage you guys to do that. So number 1 is that. Number 2, tonight, Mr. Pacheco will be doing a training on the 90-day bliss. This is generally a solar and sales training. The Millionaire Mentorship Zoom is a team building and leadership training, okay? It is on the 90-day blitz. Trust me when I tell you, if you want to go out there and build a massive organization and duplicate the right behaviors and jumpstart your business, you want to master the 90-day blitz. So he's going to be breaking it down. A lot of you guys have heard me train it. Well, this time you're going to hear from somebody else. So I'm very excited for that. And then the other thing is this, all of you founders, there's going to be some special swag for the founders. Remember, if you don't know what the founder position is, go through the videos in the Facebook group on the founder's position. Have somebody tag you or send you the video. We'll go ahead and share it. If somebody could share that link in the WhatsApp group, that'd be great. Remember, 2.5% share of the profits of the company, 100 founders are going to share. There's only a couple of those spots left. So you're going to get some special swag. So some of that stuff is going to be mailed to you in the next couple of weeks. So very excited for you guys. That's one of one. That swag will never be done again. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, to get this training started, ladies and gentlemen, we attract in our business a lot of real estate professionals. And I want to do a training on how to attract real estate professionals, where to find them, when you call them also, what to say to them. So we're going to go through a couple of scripts. We're going to go through a couple of misconceptions that real estate professionals have and why attracting real estate pros is awesome. Okay. So with that being said, I've recruited a lot of real estate pros. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing started. So let's see here. This is a good enough place to start. Okay. So I'm not talking about the new homeowner list today. We're going to the next slide here. So we're going to jump right into calling realtors. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, in calling realtors, okay, daily contacts, whether you call them in the morning, whether you call them in the evening, on the weekends, the mornings are generally pretty good days to call, right? And you want to recruit. Why? Because real estate agents have clients, homeowners that need what we have. These are, for your notes, I want you to write this down. This is what we call power players. Roofers are power players. Real estate pros are power players. CPAs are power players, right? People that deal with homeowners, people that have homeowners as their clients are power players, right? So this is, for example, we're going to talk about today specifically on real estate professionals. So you want to make, let's say, for example, 9 to 12 p.m., you are calling real estate professionals, right? You're calling real estate professionals from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. You want to have a goal. This is not just for real estate calls, ladies and gentlemen, this is for sales in general. As a professional, you want to make sure that you have a goal. Remember, successful people are goal-oriented. Unsuccessful people never set goals. From the little things about your daily method of operation. Let's say you say, I'm going to block out time. A couple things. They're goal-oriented. Number two, they time block. Write that down. Goal-oriented and time block. So let's say the goal is I time block 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. to make phone calls, right? Great. It's not enough just to time block. It's like, how many calls am I going to make there? Because I'm not going to be in the office or in my home office multitasking. No. I time block and I have a goal. Let's say that goal is 50 outbound calls, minimum. So you make a goal, 50 outbound calls, fair enough. So now, if you make 50 outbound calls, you're going to end up having 10 to 15 conversations, maybe 20 if you're lucky, but 10 to 15 conversations. And that's okay. Okay. You also want to go ahead and add them on social media if you can, if you interact with them, even if they're not interested. Hey, no problem. By the way, Jessica, are you on social media? Yes, I want to add them, right? Because even if she's not interested now, I want to add them on social media so I can interact with them and she might be interested later because see, a professional is career driven. A professional is like, I'm going to be in the, see, I knew in 2020, I was going to be in this business for a couple decades. So the contacts I make now that don't send me business, they can send me business a year from now or 3 years from now or whatever the case may be. And then we're talking about part-time hours here. So let's get into some of the misconceptions. First of all, solar puts a lien on the property. That is true with some companies. That is not true with our company. Let me explain. I want you to write this down. Because the more that you know, and the more that you show the person that you know, the more credibility that gives you. So let's say somebody says, yeah, I'm not, even if they don't tell me why, if they say, you know what, I'm not really that interested in solar, but they're nice. As a sales professional, this is one of the best advice I could give you as a sales professional. Give me 1 second. As a sales professional, one of the best advice that I could give you is the following. People will very often give you a knee-jerk reaction objection. They just are wired to say, no, thanks, and that's it. Or, you know what? I'm not really interested in solar. But if they're nice, and if they're not slamming the phone on me, my job as a sales professional is to peel that layer of the onion a little bit more. You know how onion has layers, right? So you want to peel the layer as much as you can. So let's say, for example, the realtor says, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm not really interested in solar, but they're nice. Here's what I would say. Hey, you know what? I completely understand, Louis. I've had a lot of realtors that are not interested in solar. Part of the reason why a lot of these realtors are not interested is because they seem to think very often that solar puts a lien on the property, and therefore they're going to have a hard time selling the home in the future. See, it's like I'm asking them if that's the case without asking. I'm just letting them know. Write this down for your notes. And you got to review your notes again, by the way, guys. That's why you attend another training. Oh, that's right. I remember he said that last time. For your notes. Facts tell, stories sell. Facts tell, stories sell. A good sales professional is a great storyteller. A good trainer is a great storyteller. If any of you guys have ever been to like a Tony Robbins event, you'll notice that Tony Robbins tells story after story after story. We've been conditioned since we were kids. We were told bedtime stories as kids, not bedtime facts. So when the agent says that to me, I'll say something along the lines of, hey, I understand. As a matter of fact, one of the main reasons why realtors are kind of hesitant about solar is because they think that solar might put a lien on the property, and then it'll make the sale hard to do in the future. Now I might get the realtor to say something along the lines of, oh, as a matter of fact, yes, that's what it is. See, but if I don't dig deep, if I don't peel the layer a little bit more, you're never going to get that. A rookie salesperson, they tell them, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm not really that interested in solar, but thank you. Oh, okay, no problem. Have a good day. Wrong. You got to dig and dig and dig. So if the realtor says that to me, I say, hey, I understand. I work with real estate agents, so I see this all the time. One of the biggest misconceptions that realtors think is that nowadays in 2024, solar is going to put a lien on the property. And just so you know, if that's one of your concerns, Angel, that's not the case anymore. Oh, really? That's not the case anymore? I thought they all did. No, as a matter of fact, they don't. As a matter of fact, Angel, by the way, another keynote, use their name frequently. In a conversation, use their name 2 to 3 times. People love to hear their name, okay? Subconsciously, they love to hear the name. I'm teaching you sales here, ladies and gentlemen, okay? See, we're not just, at Build Network and Alcor Solar, you're not just going to learn how to sell and recruit. How to recruit. You're going to learn all kinds of personal growth, right? Sales is one of them. So use their name and use it at least 2 times in the conversation, right? Now, don't overuse it either. I like to use it 2, 3, 4 times max, right? So anyways, I say, as a matter of fact, Angel, we even have some options where there's not only is there not a lien on the property, but there's not even any debt, no loan on the credit. See, that's a zinger. That's an ace up the sleeve. You got to be writing these notes. Here's the deal. I know some of you guys are multitasking right now, and you're not catching some of these things. I'm telling you how I recruited. I've got RE/MAX offices that I've recruited, that I've done presentations at RE/MAX offices. I've sold to their customers, right? Multiple RE/MAX, Century 21, EXP. The next one is you cannot refinance or sell your home unless the solar is paid off. This used to be the case. By the way, there's 2 companies that you used to have this issue with. They were the PACE program and the HERO program. So you want to make a note of that. The PACE or the HERO program. So for example, you might get a objection. The realtor may say, oh no, you know what? I had a client that had an issue with solar. I'm not interested. Or sometimes they give me some hesitation. I'll even ask this question. I sense some hesitation from you, John. It sounds like you got a story. Did you have a bad, story with solar? Did you have a bad encounter with solar? I sense that there's a story somewhere in there. Did you have a bad encounter with solar? Do you see where I'm going with this? See, I'm having a dialogue. I'm peeling the layer of the onion. So let's say I ask a question and the realtor says to me, yes, as a matter of fact, I had a customer that had solar on his property. When it came time to sell, they couldn't refinance, they couldn't sell. He had to pay off the solar system in full. I understand. Yeah, what he did is he had the HERO or the PACE program. Those still exist. And those do put a lien on the property that will not allow you to sell or refinance unless it's paid off. I know exactly what you mean. Frankly, I'm surprised companies still use that. We don't use those services. We don't use Hero or Pace. What we do is there's no lien on the property. If the customer wants to sell or if they want to refinance, the monthly payment, couple bullet points. The monthly payment, the savings, and the warranties all simply get transferred over to the next homeowner. If they want to refinance, they can refinance without having to pay off the system. They could transfer the monthly payment if they sell the home. The new homeowner now acquires a monthly payment. I'll give you an example. If I help a homeowner right now that's paying $300 a month, and I get their payment down to $250, I'm saving them $50 a month, right? They sell the house in 10 years. They're saving more money 10 years from now than what they were saving on year one. So the new homeowner is going to be more than happy to take on that payment because he's not going to be paying an average of $300. He's going to be paying an average of $500. But his solar payment would only be $250. So facts tell, stories sell. I'll give you an example. Sometimes customers may ask this question. Customers will ask a question. Well, what if I sell my house in the future? Let's say 10 years down the line, or let's say they don't say years. What if in the future I want to sell my house, JC, and the new homeowner does not want the solar panels? I love that question. I say, that's a great question. That's a great question, Jessica. Here's the interesting thing. We see what you're paying. You're paying $300 a month now, and we're bringing it down to $239. So we're saving you about $70 a month, almost $70 a month right now. But we know, I think we could both agree that your utility company is going to increase every year. Is that right? You want to get them to agree with you. You got to ask questions like, is that right? Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Great. So because of that, here's what happens. I'm saving you $70 a month now, but a year from now, I'm going to save you more than I did year one. And every year that goes by the way, some of you guys are off of mute. Please make sure that everybody's on mute. So every year that goes by, what happens is that you save more money than the year before. So if right now we're saving you $70 per month, 10 years from now, it'll probably be $200, $300, $400 per month. So the new homeowner 10 years from now that takes over your house is going to be very pleasantly surprised that you made a decision to go solar today. Because what he's saving in 10 years is bigger than what you're saving today. Does that make sense? Yes. Another thing that I say is this: what if they don't want the solar system? And they like the house, but they don't like the solar system. You gotta say, as a sales professional, you gotta say it with your chest, like Kevin Hart says, right? You gotta say it with a backbone. Here's what you gotta say. I understand. It's the same thing as if I have a house that has a pool, and somebody walks through my house and says, I love your house, beautiful home. The only thing I don't like is a pool. What would I say? I'd say, well, then I guess this is not the house for you because my house has a pool. The same with the solar panels. Oh, then that's fine. I guess my house is not the right house for you because my house has solar. But keep in mind, Mr. Customer, that as the years go by, solar becomes more and more desirable. The percentage of people wanting homes with solar is only increasing versus decreasing. Does that make sense? So the next one is, it'll affect my DTI. The traditional loan will. It's a loan on the credit. So it will affect the debt to income ratio. However, the leases and the PPAs do not affect the DTI. They don't even show up on the credit as debt. I don't want to sell solar. The realtor may say, I don't want to sell solar. That sounds fine. You don't have to sell solar. You could simply refer it to us, and you could earn anywhere from $1,000 to $4,000 per referral. Now, why do I? The reason why I say that is because if they become an affiliate, they earn up to $1,000, and then they become a consultant, they earn up to half the commission, right? So these are a couple of misconceptions that people have when it comes to solar, right? Especially that some of these real estate professionals have when it comes to solar. So that's why I want to address them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into the scripts. So calling realtors. Hey, my name is, hey, John, my name is JC. By the way, when you're calling these realtors, you have their names and numbers. if you go to, for example, I'm going to give you guys a note that's not on the PowerPoint. That's why it's important that you take notes. Who are some of the best realtors to call? I'm going to give you the company names, so start writing them down. EXP Realtors. If you go to exprealty.com, you could type in any city, and all of the real estate agents in that city will pop up. And you can just smile and dial their name, their phone number, their email, even their social media handles, I think. So you know their name. EXP Realtors, Keller Williams, because these companies have a team building aspect of it, right? Real Brokerage, that's another company similar to EXP, Real Brokerage. And then there is Green Dot Realtor is a website for real estate agents that are green efficient agents. They believe in a cleaner environment, in a cleaner world. So they love renewable energy. So they have a green energy certification, and this helps them sell homes that have solar systems because they now have credibility. When they sit down with a homeowner that wants to sell a home with solar, guess what? They've got this special certification, right? That gives them more credibility when sitting down with them. So anyways, you guys want to screenshot this, but hey, John, my name is JC. I know I'm calling you a little bit out of the blue, but I'm an independent solar consultant with Encore Solar, and I wanted to ask if you have a resource on your referral sheet for solar. Simple. Do you currently have a resource on your referral sheet for solar? Okay. What I want to get to is, do they have any potential clients right now that are asking about solar? Is this an appropriate time to chat for a few minutes? Okay. So this is the introductory one. I'm going to give you guys, once again, a couple of different options. Okay, a couple of different scripts. So this is an old one that we were using. Here's another one. Hey, John, my name is JC with Encore Solar. And the reason for my call is because I work with a lot of realtors, and a lot of these realtors realize that a lot of their clients are going solar with or without their recommendation. So we actually help those agents open their own solar brokerage without the agent, without you being the solar salesman or anything like that. And the average commissions are about $7,000. I wanted to ask you, have you ever considered having your own solar division? That's where it stops. Now, depending on how the conversation goes and is flowing and you feel you can say more, the blue part in the bottom, you can add it if you want. You know, facts tell, stories sell. Some of our real estate agents that work with us are adding an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per year from their existing clientele. See where I'm going with this? So make a note of it. Now, I'm giving you the meat and potatoes here. Do you have to follow the script word for word the way I put it? No, but it's giving you an idea. Make it your own, right? Maybe you use a couple different words. Maybe you make it shorter, a little bit longer. But you could say this script here in 10 seconds. And it's about just making the phone calls. And let me tell you something. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very good time to call real estate agents. Real estate agents are hurting for the most part. The real estate market is not very hot right now. And the reason why the $7,000 number is because that's probably the average commission in real estate across the nation. Not in California or New York, right? But across the nation, 7,000 is a pretty doggone good average being compared to a real estate commission. Okay. Now, would you be open to learning more, or for me to email you some information? Now I want to get to the close. They let me say that. I want to find out if they are open to learning more, or for me to email them some information. Now, here's the deal. If I find that a guy is sharp and he's local, I'm willing to meet him up for coffee. This is the next level. If I talk to Johnny and Johnny says, you know what? I have noticed some of my customers have gone solar. I'm interested. Sounds good, Johnny. It shows here that you're in Los Angeles, California. Is that right, Johnny? Yes, it is. Notice I used Johnny's name a couple of times. He says, yes, it is. Sounds good. So, Johnny, listen, what would you prefer? Would you prefer me to email you some information, or would you be open to sitting down, grabbing some coffee, and I break everything down personally? I could even meet you at your office, because guess what? There could be some other realtors at his office. Here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Rohn says, if you want the best chance to succeed, don't leave it to chance. This is that next level that most people are not willing to go to. If I get this guy to meet with me in person, the likelihood of me signing him up and doing some business together is a lot more likely. And I got to fill in the gaps to fill up my 8-point activity. Does that make sense? I already got points by prospecting him. I'm going to get points by emailing him some information, and I'm certainly going to get points by meeting with him, right? But I want you to see the differences between how an average person thinks and how an above average person thinks. What if you make phone calls and you get 2 to 4 appointments per week to have coffee? I guarantee you, you're going to get some good activity going on. You're going to get some good activity going on. Let's go through the next script. This is the resource script. You're offering your services as a resource. Hey, Michael, this is JC with Encore Solar. Hope you're doing. Now you can say hellos. Hey, Michael, how you doing? I don't like to say so much how you doing. I just kind of get into it, but that's up to you. Hey, Michael. Hi, this is JC with Encore Solar. Listen, the reason for my call is because I work with a lot of real estate professionals, and we offer to look at complicated sales that you may have that have solar panels, right? Maybe reviewing contracts for you, answering clients' questions, giving advice, whatever the case may be. Do you currently have a solar specialist for any of these tricky situations, Michael? See, I'm not asking him to send me business. I am offering him to be a resource. Hey, Michael, this is JC. Hope you're doing well. Listen, the reason for my call, Michael, is because I actually work with a lot of realtors in the area. And what we do is we actually offer ourselves as a resource to help you out if you ever run across any deals that may be complicated, maybe some homes that have solar panels that you're having a hard time selling. We'd be happy to help you with reviewing the contracts, answering client questions, giving you advice, whatever the case may be. Do you currently have a solar specialist that you work with like that? You see, I'm not asking him for the business. I'm offering him my services, my help. Now, what if he asks me, oh, that's what you offer? Well, what do you get in return? Well, I get to build a relationship with you. And, if you ever have any clients that consider solar, I'm sure you're going to refer them to me if I provide some value for you. Just obviously, that's what I'm doing. I am a resource here. Okay. So notice how I change it up. I'm giving you the framework. You change it up, mix it up. And here's the thing. I want to give you guys another side note tip. I'm not telling you to use every one of these and use every single one of these. No, you should get 1 or 2 and focus on 1 or 2. 1 or 2, focus on 1 or 2. Don't try to be the master of all, the jack of all trades and the master of none. I give you a couple of scripts so you can feel which one feels best for you. Some of you guys are more of a straight to the point type of people. The first one, asking them if they ever consider opening up a solar brokerage, a solar division. Some of you guys are going to feel more confident and comfortable offering people your services as a resource. Because sometimes they say, man, I got a client that has a house with solar, but we don't know how to sell their house. Send me the contract. Let me see what the contract looks like. Oh, they're on a PACE program. Yeah, you know what, Michael? The program that you're on, Michael, unfortunately, the house will indeed have to the solar system is going to have to get paid in order for you to sell it. Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like, we don't offer that to our clients. None of our clients ever have that. But see, I'm offering value before I ask for anything in return. Okay. Then once again, would you be open to learning more or for me to email you some information, Michael? Again, if Michael's energy is good and he's relatively local, keyword relatively local, I'm open to meeting with him. Some of you guys are going to get appointments. Some of you guys are going to get an agent that says, you know what? Let me connect you with my broker. And through the broker, you enter the office. See, here's the thing. If I talk to a broker like Michael Johnson here is a real estate broker as well. So, there's a couple of people on here that have called real estate agents, led to the broker, and all of a sudden they're inside of an office presenting to all the realtors. Now you got exposure to all of the realtors. Guess what? Add them on social media. Stay in touch with them. You got to have creative ways to stay in touch with them. Also, if any of your clients ever consider solar or home security, our referral fees are amazing. See, I don't get into the details. I just kind of throw a little bait, see if they'll bite. Now, the reason why I also mentioned solar and home security, number one, because we offer it, but number two, sometimes realtors are more motivated by home security than they are by solar. For certain, it just happens, right? My brother has a real estate office right now that when he told them about solar, they were like interested. When he told them about security, they were interested. They said, hey, when can we meet? We got people that need home, and they wanted home security because it's fast money. That's fine. If that's the way that you get in the door, great. Let's go. I got one more for you guys. This is the closed escrow script. Now, let me give a caveat here. This is not as easy to do because you would need access, and a lot of you guys have access to the MLS, right? That's where it's the real estate agent system that shows all the houses for sale and all the houses that already sold, even though you could figure that out on Zillow as well. But this one will show you the name and number of the real estate agent that closed the sale. So imagine I am the buyer's agent and Michael's a seller's agent. Michael's a listing agent and I'm the buyer's agent. And it shows buyer's agent JC Rangel. That means that my buyer bought that home. Follow me here. So my buyer bought that home. So clearly I have a relationship with this buyer. So if I have a relationship with this buyer, I'm the direct contact to the buyer if they need services like solar and home security. The listing agent probably doesn't really know the buyer, but the selling agent, the seller's agent does. So on the MLS, you can see the listing agent and the selling agent, the seller's agent. So I'm calling with this script the seller's agent to let them know that we visit all the new homeowners in the city anyways. We're going to visit your client anyway to see if they're interested in solar or home security. But we want to give you the opportunity to make the referral because our referrals range from $1,000 to $4,000 for simply making a connection. Do you guys see where I'm coming from with this? So you're calling the seller's agent. So you can look up all these cities. So if you guys have real estate contacts, friends, and and they're able to let you, view that. A lot of people do that. By the way, home security has been doing this for decades. Decades. They'll call and email the realtors, that the seller's agent. So check this out. Hey, Michael, my name is JC. The reason why I'm calling you is because I see that you just closed escrow on the property in the city of Linwood, California. Congrats, by the way. He says, oh, thank you. Yeah, listen, the reason why for my call, Michael, is because we actually visit all the new homeowners in the city of Linwood. And the reason why is because we offer them solar and home security. And a big percentage of them actually take us up on our offers to go solar or secure their home, right? Now, we like to offer the real estate agents the opportunity to be the referral partner before we visit their clients. And our referrals range from $1,000 to $4,000 just for making the connection. Michael, have you ever considered working with a solar company or having your own solar division? That's what I'm doing. So Mike already closed escrow. He already made a commission. Congrats, you made $10,000 commission on selling this home. That's awesome, Michael. By the way, there's another $3,000 to $4,000 possible that you can make on the same home if you make the introduction to me instead of me showing up cold turkey to the customer. If you make the introduction to me, and if you recommend me, and they go solar, which they may go solar anyways, with or without you, but because you make the recommendation, makes my job easier. Therefore, the referral fees are what they are. How many of you guys are getting some value from this? I want you to put a number 1 in the chat if you're getting some value from this. Now, check this out. Here, you call them. They don't answer. You email them and text them. See, that's what a regular person does. They just make the regular call. The other guy says, man, if I do 100 that don't answer, but I text and email them, and I only get one more that does it, is it worth it? Yes. If I get one extra sale out of every 100 that don't answer, would it be worth it? You doggone right it's worth it. It's that extra effort, right? And again, would you be open to learning more or for me to email you some information? Some of you guys are already closing deals and you're making some money. Maybe you don't invite them to coffee. Maybe you invite them to lunch. Build a relationship with these people. What if you got a realtor that says to you, you know what? I have noticed a lot of my customers have been going solar. Remember, facts tell, stories tell. I want you guys to remember this story. I've used it a lot since 2020. In 2020, I had a real estate broker who I talked to about that I knew, who I talked to about this. He says, yeah, I'll send you some business. Long story short, he didn't send me business for a long time, for like months. Then I call him one day. I'm nearby his office and I say, hey, bro, are you at the office? He says, yes, I am. I said, can I stop by? I'm nearby your office. He says, yeah, go ahead. So I stop by and I say, Jose, now keep in mind, he's my friend, right? I say, Jose, when you going to send me some business, dog? We went to high school together. So this is how I talk to him, right? I said, when are you going to send me some business, dog? You say you're going to send me some business. You haven't sent me any business yet, man. What's up, bro? What do I got to do to help some of your customers go solar? He says, honestly, bro, I'm just really busy. But it's not that I don't want to send you the business, but I've just been busy. I'll tell you what, Jose, here's what I said. I'll tell you what. Why don't you give me X amount of names and numbers, give me permission to call and say that I'm a part of your solar division. I'll call for you and I'll schedule appointments and you make half the commission. He said, sounds good. He gives me 5 names and numbers. I call them all. 2 of them had already gone solar. 1 of them was not interested in solar. The other 2, I closed. We closed 40% of his deals and only I closed 40% of his deals. Okay. Let me see. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Okay. Okay, good. I closed 40% of his deals. Only 20% were not interested, right? 1 out of 5. Because the other 40% had already gone solar. So 80% of the list that he gave me went solar. Ain't that crazy? So here's what I tell realtors. You know what? This happens all the time, Mr. Realtor. I've got a friend who owns Nueva Real Estate, okay, in Whittier, California. And he gave me 5 customers to call. I called the 5. 2 had already gone solar. 1 was not interested. The other 2, I sold them solar. The guy made about $7,000, $8,000 in referral fees. But 80% of the list that he gave me ended up going solar. Since then, he's giving me more. But when we barely started this relationship, he just gave me 5 names and numbers and said that it was okay for me to call on his behalf, being his solar division. And, we helped them make some money. Now it's a regular thing. Now we are their solar division. We help them start their own solar division. Remember, facts tell, stories sell. So a couple of notes. Here's some incentives for realtors and for their clients. And I make it seem like this is an incentive only for the realtors. Mr. Realtor, we are also able to offer some pretty cool incentives to your customers. For example, like 3 nights and 4 days in Las Vegas, just for allowing us to show them a solar savings report, just because they're your clients, even if they don't go solar. So Michael, let's say, for example, you got a customer that may be interested. One of the ways that we give to our real estate partners like yourself, we give you guys something, a really cool tool where you could offer your customers a 3-night, 4-day in Vegas just for allowing us to present the solar savings report. Even if they decide that solar is not for them, we still give it to them. Oh, and by the way, there's no timeshare presentation to sit through. See, now I'm giving more value. Now the realtor's thinking that's a pretty good deal. So for example, here's what some of our real estate professionals say to their clients. Hey, Mr. Client, the person in charge of our solar division is going to contact you to show you a solar savings report. And because you are a client of ours, they're also going to give you a free trip to Vegas for 3 nights and 4 days. Even if you do not go solar, make sure you ask them for that. That's not fair enough. So I'm giving them ideas, right? Now, the more you do it, the better you're going to get. The more you practice it, the better you're going to get. I recommend you practice your scripts over and over and over. Maybe get a workout partner, practice them with each other. Practice this. Practice the common objections, right? Practice this with each other. But this is a great example. So let me give you an example. This is some of the United States locations. I made some of them bold. Right, you got Atlantic City, Colorado, Daytona, Denver, Fort Lauderdale, and 3 days. Some of these are, for example, Grand Canyon, 4 days, 3 nights. Fort Lauderdale, 4 days, 3 nights. You got Hawaii, 6 days, 5 nights. Let me explain to you guys how this works. This here we have as an incentive for our reps. The way that this works, and you do it through your chat feature in the back office. After you've presented a deal. Right? You presented the deal. You could go ahead and request this for them. Here's what it is. Here's how it works. Let's say, for example, the Las Vegas one. It's the hotel stay. None of these include the airplane ticket. It's just the hotel stay, ladies and gentlemen. There's Cancun as well. There's like a bunch of different countries, not only the US. This is just in the US. So think about that. The only thing the customer is responsible for is for the taxes for the day, which are like $30. That's it. There's no timeshare presentation to sit through. So some of you guys out in Florida, you could offer Miami or Orlando, right? You don't have to offer Vegas. I'm going to put a link, Jessica, put a link in the chat. Make sure that the link, the Google link, Jessica, is, you cannot edit it. It's not editable, just viewable. And put it in the WhatsApp group so everybody can see all of the locations across the world that we can give to people. These are real. These are awesome. Okay, let's keep going. So why realtors in the real estate industry? They already have an existing book of business. Okay, they have a database of homeowners, finding buyers, new homes they live in. Okay, always talking to homeowners, trusted referral source. They're entrepreneur-minded people, right? And they're right now more than ever before, they need another income source. Okay, so how to meet realtors? Couple of key points. Post on Facebook. Who knows a good local realtor? Right? Start getting referrals. Start networking with these people. Be on purpose, right? BNI networking groups. I recommend everybody that wants to make a career out of this to be a part of a Chamber of Commerce or a BNI group. Okay. Green Certified Realtor. Okay, that's green.realtor is the website. Okay, you could go ahead and look for realtors, and these are real estate agents that have a certification to sell homes with solar. Okay, you want to make a list and ask friends and family members for introductions. Who do you know is a real estate agent? Then you want to add them on social media. Work on getting to 5,000 friends on Facebook as soon as possible. You should work to get to 5,000 friends as soon as possible. Add realtors, join realtor groups, join community groups on Facebook. Here's your, on the community groups on Facebook, you could search solar in the community group. So if anybody was talking about solar recently, that pops up and you could go in there, comment, like, follow, message. Okay. You want to be on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, social media these days, some people are not on social media. I recommend pick one or two social media to do it. It's not as hard as people think. Okay. LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. More real estate professionals see your content. The more real estate professionals see your content, the better. Okay. So then what? Connect with them. Connect with these real estate professionals. Not only realtors, roofers, but we're talking about realtors today, right? Message them, chat, email, text. Okay, those that are interested, those that are open, meet up with them for coffee or lunch or whatever the case may be, and offer them the two options. They can become an ambassador or an affiliate. It's $1,000 per referral, $500 to $1,000. Or option two, they can become a consultant, earn 50% of the commission. That's $2,000 to $4,000. It's $49 a month, right? On the basic side, obviously you want to push for the 99, but for as little as $49 a month and a 2-hour certification training, boom, they earn half the commission for just referring as well. Which option sounds better? I'll send you a short video if you like with option number two. Okay. Green Certified Realtors. Okay. I will put the link of this website on the chat, or rather on the WhatsApp group. You can find Green Certified Realtors on this website. These are people that are a lot more open to green energy, to solar. So these are great people to contact as well. And how to find them and meet them. You look for their information on there and you start to find them. Okay, I'm not going to get into the details there, but that's a website. I personally like to call these realtors, but especially EXP realtors. I like to call EXP realtors the most. Okay, and then what? You connect with them. Add them on social media, message, chat, email, coffee. We talked about this. Okay, show them the two options. And then finally, the next level, speak and train to realtors for free. You could host a lunch and learn. Once you start to develop, sometimes you got one realtor that wants to introduce his office, right? Or you and your team make a connection with realtors, or you and your team say, why don't we do a lunch and learn and invite real estate professionals to the lunch and learn? We all pitch in. It's $500. 10 of us put it together. We put $50 each. Perfect. You could rent a little conference room inside of a Mimi's cafe or even a Denny's or whatever the case may be. And sometimes they'll say, hey, listen, we'll let you rent out the conference room, but you just got to get $300 worth of food. And if it's a couple of you guys that split it, you all split it. All of you guys call and invite them to a lunch and learn. And guess what? You educate them on this. We have a Encore Solar for real estate professionals, which, by the way, somebody put in the chat here and on the WhatsApp group, the video, Encore Solar for real estate professionals, a YouTube video. Please put it on here. I highly, highly recommend that combined with this, you watch that video, because that video is what you're going to be sharing with them to recruit them to your business. Very powerful. And for those of you realtors, this is beautiful, because for those of you mentors, sorry, as a mentor, I recruit somebody. They come in, they say, JC, I've got a couple clients that I'd like for us to meet with and present to. And I mentor their deals as well. I don't just override the deals, but I keep half the commission. It's a beautiful thing. Man, if somebody masters these scripts and they just make 50 phone calls a day, 50 to 100 phone calls a day, I guarantee you, once you get the hang of it, that's all you need. You're going to build your business. You're going to get the leads. You're going to make the upfront commissions, your overrides while you're building a team. It's a beautiful place to be. And if you're not a mentor, guess what? This will help you get to mentor faster. And then finally, next level, bringing an office into Encore Solar. Okay, step one, invite all the agents to become ambassadors or affiliates, we call them. Step two, an agent can sign up for Encore under their office. So any agent, so the broker becomes a paid member. All of the agents become affiliates. Any agent that wants to become more than an affiliate, they want to earn half the commission, they sign up directly under the broker or whoever brought that office in. Okay, and then the mentor manages the office. Okay, they're basically like the solar account manager. So what do? They show up to the meetings every week or every 2 weeks. They give flyers. They make friends. They socialize. They add to social media, right? Real estate agents, they always have events. Another bullet point I'll give you, another tip I'll give you is you could also sponsor some of these real estate agent people's events. They have these events that they do. Hey, are you guys looking for a sponsor? Yes, it's $500. Maybe 2 of you guys pitch in on it. 3 of you guys pitch in on it. And you guys go to that event. You put your booth. You talk to her. And you got 50, 100, 200 realtors. Depends how big the event is that you're talking to. We do that all the time. All the time. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to get in there. And you have to do the work. I mean, at the end of the day, some of you guys are going to actually pay attention to this. And here's the deal. Here's the thing. Is this for everybody? No. Some of you guys have a really good system in traditional building, following the 8-point system and doing that. That's fine. But some of your people may take to this. There's a lot of ways to build your build business. There's a lot of ways to build your business, right? This is one of them. I'm personally getting, as a company, we are hiring somebody in Mexico, TJ, to call on realtors 6 hours a day. We're going to do this ourselves because we know it works. And these are some of the best people that you can go ahead and attract. So anyways, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, it's already 10:53. I've got to get ready and I got to go to the office. So I hope you guys got value from today's training. And the recording stopped. The recording is already on the Facebook group. If you're not on the Facebook group, you got to get on the Build HQ Facebook group. Get on the Facebook group. Get your team on that group. Okay? And then obviously the WhatsApp group. And today, Millionaire Mentorship Zoom with Mr. Daniel Pacheco at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. It's on the 90-day blitz. Trust me when I tell you, you got to get there. A highly trained team equals a highly paid team. I recommend everybody get onto the training tonight and build and go on a 90-day blitz right into Mentor Factory. By the way, Mentor Factory tickets are selling out fast. If you have not got your Mentor Factory ticket yet, you're making a big mistake. Make sure you guys go to Mentor Factory. I'm going to have Jessica put the link in the WhatsApp group as well for the Mentor Factory. So I'll see you guys there. And with that being said, have a good day, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Great training, Jesse.
Thank you, brother.
Antagonist. Yes, sir.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I enjoyed the meeting. Thank you very much. Learned a lot.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Explaining it's built.